Hello everyone and welcome to another video. I like a good launched freefall, but I do sometimes find them a bit boring to build. After all, the only thing you can change about the design is the height and the speed that it launches at. That is, if you refuse to think outside of the small box that is Vanilla Rollercoaster Tycoon. With the cheats accessible in OpenRCT2, you can make your launched freefall do a lot of crazy cool things, such as this invisible death spiral. So how do you actually do this? First, you need to enable the Allow Arbitrary Ride Type Changes cheat, which is in the cheats menu. Now you start building your launched freefall like usual, but after a few tower pieces you stop and change the ride type to something else, like the twister coaster. Then you can build whatever twister coaster track you like, but for this example I'm going to just level it out, build a 90-degree turn and go vertical again. At this point you can switch the ride type back to the launched freefall and continue building the vertical tower. The freefall will treat the entire track as if it were a normal tower, so there is no chance of it crashing, unless of course you launch it too fast. There really is no limit to what you can do, and here is an example of a magic freefall using all kinds of different techniques. It teleports, it goes through the ground, and if you look carefully you can see that it takes a different route on the way down than it does on the way up. A whole bunch of different cool tricks are used here and I'll go by them one by one. Firstly, the top half of the tower is just for show, as the real ride pretty quickly bends off as an LIM coaster. Then it changes into a mini-golf consisting of a bunch of holes with tiny turns in between. The vehicle cannot exist on these holes, so it teleports from the start of the hole immediately to the end of the hole. After this it turns back into an LIM coaster and does an inversion followed by another mini-golf hole and a downward slope. Here the track goes underground with the help of the Disable Clearance Checks option, allowing you to build through other things. After this it merges with the inversion and just before reaching the top it stalls and reverses back down underground. This is followed by the track bending off in a different direction when going up, and after a few more mini golf holes it finally gets back down to the station. The way you make these splitting tracks is by building one track perfectly into another when clearance checks are disabled. There is one final trick, and that is that all the track here except the tower is fake and not actually used. The track that the freefall vehicle is on is still invisible, just like when I first showed it to you. I just built a fake track in the exact same position so that I could explain how it works. This is quite common in highly customized rides. The actual track is made invisible and then a custom dummy track is built instead to make it look good. All these tricks aren't restricted to just launched freefalls. You can do this with any tower ride you like. Actually, you can do this with all tracked rides in the entire game. Your miniature railway can turn into a log flume so that you can add a turntable to it. Your bobsleigh coaster can include a reverser track piece and so on. The possibilities are endless. One of my favorite tricks I've seen is this mine train coaster with two trains chasing each other, which was made by Dirkling. If you want to see how it was built, you can find a link to his video about it in the description. And if you want to learn another cool trick, you can click here to see a teleportation exploit that only works for go-karts. Thank you all for watching and I will see you in the next video.